Okay, 8 weeks into the season, that's an easy break-off point. Let's see what we've learned. What have we learned about the Browns' offense in the first 8 weeks or first 8 games of the season?
Well, in the first 8 games, they for sure realized that they can run the ball very, very effectively. So that is the number one thing that they discovered about themselves, which they pretty much already knew that is their strength, and that everything sort of flows from there. So that's number one. The other thing is they learned that they still have ways to go in the passing game, and that it is a work in progress, and that they needed to figure out, what Baker Mayfield could and couldn't do in terms of operating within the pocket, rolling out. I think it's still a work in progress, and I still think that they need, to get some, just to get some clarity on how this is going to go going forward, and they need to get it because he absolutely, is either going to be a huge part of their future, and he is going to be their franchise quarterback, or they have to make other plans. So 8 games for him to still prove what he can or can't do.
One thing they don't want to do is go through the whole thing again and start over. I can't imagine they want to just dump the idea of Baker Mayfield as their quarterback and go in some other direction, especially when you see what some of the other quarterbacks are doing when they get there and with other teams.
Right. They absolutely don't want to do that. They do not want to do that. They want Baker Mayfield to show in these last 8 games that he is their guy, and then they can work on their defense in the offseason. So they don't want to have to go back to the drawing board at quarterback by any stretch of the imagination. Everybody knows how important that is. This was their number one pick, obviously, in 2018. They want to be settled at that position. And they gave him everything possible to succeed this year. And he's, in some cases, has an embarrassment of riches at receiver, tight end, offensive line, running back. So it's all there now. There's a lot of injuries this year. So as of right now, it's not the full complement on offense they thought they would have. But he still has plenty to work with to prove that he is the franchise quarterback going forward.
All right, is it too late? Obviously, he's not there yet, but you've seen enough quarterbacks to know whether he's got the right stuff or not. In your opinion, is he worth waiting for, however long that takes?
You know what? I have to say, I still think he needs to show more before they can make that commitment. And why do they have to? What's the rush, basically, right? People, it's hard to understand.
Well, he has a commercial schedule to worry about.
Exactly. But I mean, there is a reason why this has to be discussed now, and that is because he is eligible for his either blockbuster extension in the offseason, or you have to make a decision if you're going to pay him $25 or $26 million, somewhere around there, for 2022. It's not even for next year. You're saying basically 2 years from now, we're going to pay you that huge sum of money.
I can't get over what I can't get over is the fact that he's had his third head coach and the offensive coordinator. That's, people can slough that off and say, what's the big deal? But it's a huge deal.
It is a huge deal. It is absolutely a huge deal. And that's why I think that's when you put everything on both sides of the ledger, that's going to go on the side where you say, let's give this guy another chance. So I think that will work in his favor.